Warriors Lakers game 3. Lakers blow out the Warriors. We'll get to that. I want to get to game 2. I didn't do a game 2 review, so we will do a game 2 review before even starting there. Yesterday, the Suns defeat the Nuggets. They get the game they had to at home, so they're not down 3-0. Booker and Durant, amazing. Can they sustain that? Because they're carrying the whole team on offense. I don't think they can for an entire series. And all the Nuggets have to do is simply win the games at home. That's all they have to do. And I like the Nuggets to win the next one. I think they could easily finish the series in 5 games. And everyone's losing it over Booker and putting up all the points. And he's been so efficient. I mean, 20 of 25. And it's not only the points, it's also the assists. I think a lot of that is Durant. All the attention Durant gets, it's impressive. But Jokic, I'm talking about Jokic again in the loss. Let's not look at points. How about this? 17 rebounds and 17 assists from a center. I still say, I mean, how do you evaluate this guy when you're considering what he does on offense versus every other player in the league? He's really in his own category. He has his shortcomings on defense, and that does matter when you play a position like center. You have to be a presence on defense, and he leaves much to be desired. He's really something. I like the Nuggets to finish this in 6 at the most. And no surprise, he took care of the Knicks, as I said they would. The Knicks got to celebrate 1 win in New York. Hooray for them. That's about as meaningful as it gets for New York Knicks basketball in the conference semifinals. I think the Heat will also take them out probably in 6 at the most. More likely 5. Yesterday, the Celtics go up 2-1 over the 76ers. The Celtics simply have the better all-around team. If James Harden is going to shoot that bad, Embiid can't do everything for the 76ers. Okay, now let's get into Warriors and Lakers game 2. And the Warriors made major adjustments. They decided to have Draymond Green guard Anthony Davis, and they inserted JaMychal Green into the offense. I mean, right away the Warriors found something, I will say, back in the end of game 1, pushing the pace, getting better looks, being more physical, letting LeBron James be a jump shooter, and he got off to a very good start, and making Anthony Davis work for everything. Make him a passer. And they did that. He only scored 11 points, 7 rebounds, 5 from 11, not bad. But what we've seen with Anthony Davis is he's up and down every other game. That trend continued. When we looked at fouls and free throws, in this one, it was more even. The Lakers committed 15. The Warriors committed a total of 23 free throws. 17 for the Lakers, 16 for the Warriors. Nothing like game 1. The star of this one was Klay Thompson. 11 of 18, 8 of 11 for 3, 30 points. When he gets hot, Klay, and he has those games, And there's no one better from three. Even Curry or Lillard, as great as they've been in playoff games, no one has had more big 3-point barrages like Klay Thompson, where he just goes nuclear, as some have said. And once he's rolling, he's rolling. Doesn't matter if you stick a hand in his face, he's going to get that three. JaMychal Green made some open threes, enough to be a threat. And downsizing helped. I mean, it's something the Warriors have done from the beginning of this championship run, starting in their first finals. And it tired out Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And this one was over early. The Warriors had to get that game. Couldn't go back to Los Angeles down 2-0. So they win, and not to mention, they looked better. Good seeing the white at home again, and then the Lakers, though, wore the bad version of purple. What happened to the classic purple jerseys, uniforms for the Lakers? Why did those fall out of favor and popularity? I have no idea. Curry, though, let me mention this. Curry only took 5 threes, but he was 3 of 5, 20 points, 12 assists. The Warriors made their adjustments as they should. Game 3. And the Warriors don't play well in Los Angeles. It doesn't matter. It's regardless whether the Lakers are good or bad. When they're facing the Lakers in Los Angeles, they have problems. They got off to a little bit of a slow start, but then at the end of the first quarter, they went ahead, and then they extended their lead in the second quarter, and things were looking really good. And I want to be honest about this game, that I did not expect the Warriors to win this. Saturday night, primetime, ABC, Lakers are going to win this game. I got my hopes up. I really got my hopes up. Maybe more than I should have, when the Warriors got up to a double-digit lead, and they were playing their game. They were playing smart. They were hitting threes. It was Warriors basketball. And then all of a sudden, this game took a turn, and the Lakers never looked back. It was a 127-100 win in Game 2 for the Warriors. This one, almost the exact opposite, with the Lakers winning 127-97. And Anthony Davis didn't have as big of a game as he did in Game 1, but this, that point in the second quarter, this game changed. It started looking like Game 1 again, but the problem was the Warriors didn't have the 3-point advantage like they did in Game 1, and they never made it close. They outscored the Warriors 36 to only 18. And then in the third quarter, 27 to 20. So they extended their lead. Davis, 25 points to lead all scorers, 13 rebounds. LeBron James had a very quiet game. I mean, he wasn't scoring he didn't even score until midway through the second quarter. But he did end up with 21 points, and he took over in the third quarter. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 of 11. D'Angelo Russell was the offense when they started off. He was 5 of 8 from 3, 21 points. And when he scores, the Lakers don't lose. Really didn't get much from their bench. Austin Reeves was a little better, but they've really limited him to almost nothing in the series. Their bench really didn't do a whole lot until garbage time either. Free throws. The Warriors shot 17 free throws. They committed 22 fouls. The Lakers, on the other hand, they shot 37 free throws, 20 more. I mean, you're talking about disparity, and I didn't complain about in the first game because I am more on the side of, well, it's a style of play. But 20, I mean, that's ridiculous. 20 more free throws. And remember in game one, the Warriors were the home team, and there was such a vast difference in free throws attempted. The Warriors were not allowed to play as physical in this game. And there were more calls that were in favor of the Lakers. You can't deny it. I mean, when you're seeing 20 more free throws, you can only say so much of it is the style of play. Let's go through the box score for the Warriors. Clay started off really hot. And I'm not even sure. I don't think he even scored in the second half. 15 points. Curry, a quiet game. He was 4 of 10 from 3, 9 of 21, 23 points. Of course, the starters were pulled early, just like in game 2 for the Lakers. 23 points, 3 assists. Wiggins, 16 points, 9 rebounds. He did make an impact, but look at this, the other two. JaMychal Green, he hit several threes, and he made an impact in game 2. Nothing in this one. 0 rebounds, 2 points. But this is the one that gets me. Draymond Green. 2 points. 2 points from Draymond Green. And you could say, well, he does all the other things well. Not in this one. He had 5 fouls, and yes, I think he was not allowed to play as physical as he was in game 2. But 2 rebounds, 4 assists. There were things going against the Warriors, but when you commit 19 turnovers, that's a big problem. 19 turnovers here on the road. And he said, this is not the same Warriors team from the past. You're getting down in series like this, and you're going against 2 Hall of Fame players who can completely take over the game with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You cannot turn the ball over 19 times. Sloppy, and that's what got them in a lot of trouble. And they fell in love with the 3 in the second quarter too, when the lead was evaporating, and then eventually they lost it, and there was a big swing, and the Lakers went ahead. Just get some 2s. I know it's easier said than done when Anthony Davis is there defending the basket. Get some easier shots with Wiggins at least. Please. They didn't do that. And the bench, they got very little out of the bench, and it's misleading because, Kuminga had 10 points, but that was all in garbage time. Looney, I don't know if he's right or it's just Anthony Davis is that much of a mismatch for him. 3 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, only played 16 minutes. DiVincenzo, 5 points. And Jordan Poole, this was bad Poole again. He was losing the ball, 4 turnovers off the bench, 5 points. 0 for 4 from 3, 6 assists, okay, but 4 turnovers. This was bad Poole. So how are the Warriors going to respond now? You got to play a cleaner game. How about we start there? You've got to turn the turnovers. You've got to cut down turnovers. Draymond Green has to have a better game. I think you either put Looney in the starting lineup. I think you have to put Looney in the starting lineup. Unless you're going to go really small for Poole, but I don't want Poole handling the ball. Hopefully the trend continues that Anthony Davis does not have a big game, that he'll have a quieter game in game 4. And you have to do as much as you can to make those adjustments like you did in game 2, where you're going down 3-1 heading back home. You got to find a way to win this one. You have to win a game on the road, and you don't want that to be a potential game 6. But no one really stepped up. Curry still had a decent game, but when you look at everyone else, I say it was really Wiggins, a little bit of Thompson, though he just disappeared in the third quarter, and even in the middle second quarter, Clay disappeared. And someone's got to do some scoring or provide a boost off the bench. In tomorrow's matchups, we have Celtics, 76ers, Game 4, and Game 4 of Nuggets, Suns.